Hi everybody and welcome back. My name is Tristan from UtahSEO.Ninja. I apologize for the little bit of a mess behind me. I'm still moving into my new office and I haven't quite gotten to those few boxes that I have left. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about the next section of our Weebly tutorials. And this first little part is going to be kind of just general, what is search engine optimization? What are keywords? How does all this stuff work? Because there's a lot of information and it's easy to get lost. So I'm going to try and break it down into little pieces that make it just easy because this can be tricky. So in this video we're going to be talking about keywords. What is a keyword? How does a keyword work? How do we use keywords? And then how do we find keywords? So if I may be so bold as to go ahead and say that keywords are probably the most important part of the search engine optimization process. And the reason why is because the keywords that we choose are going to directly reflect the results that we get from the finished process or from the finished work. So if we have a good keyword that brings in lots of traffic, lots of targeted traffic, then we're going to see more benefit from that. We're going to see more sales, we're going to see more traffic, more engagement than we would if we just had some random keyword that doesn't bring in anything. Okay? So that's why this part is really, really important. So the first thing that we should probably clarify is what exactly a keyword is. A keyword is a search phrase. Okay, it can be a single word, it can be 100 words, it can be whatever it is that you put into Google to do a search is your keyword. So tomato is a keyword, tomato sauce is a keyword, homemade spaghetti sauce made out of tomato sauce, that's a keyword. Now those longer keywords do have their own specific name. Those are called long tail keywords. And typically it's a little bit easy to rank for those, but we'll get to that in just a second. So to understand how a keyword works, then it's important for us to understand what Google's goal is. Whenever you put something into a Google search, it's because you want to find something. It could be an answer to a question, it could be a cat video, it can be whatever. And so Google's job is to find that whatever and give it to you. Okay? Now the problem is that there are a lot of whatevers on the internet. In fact, there are a lot of websites on the internet. And Google has to go through and scan each and every one of those websites and try and figure out which ones are the best whatever for whatever it is that you're searching for. Okay? Just to give you an idea, the term tomato sauce actually has almost 37 million results that pop up. That's a lot. So how does Google know which of all those websites has the best information? Which of all those websites has whatever it is that you're looking for? You can kind of think of it like a can of food, right? So I have an indiscriminate can of food right here, and I'm not going to tell you what's inside of it quite yet. All right? All we need to know is this is a can of food. And let's say that I am Google, all right? And I'm getting billions of requests every day for information, for that whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put together like some sort of math thing, or I'm going to hire a robot, and it's going to be in charge of finding these different things for my different users. So say you come to me and you say, hello, Tristan Google Robot, I would like a can of tomato sauce. We're talking about tomato sauce a lot today, was because I happen to have a can of tomato sauce. So my job as a robot then is to go into my pantry and look at all the different products that I have there and try and find tomato sauce. No problem. Now, the same thing happens with the website. You request something from Google, it has to go and look through its entire list of websites and try and find whatever it is that you're looking for. Now, we asked for tomato sauce. No big deal. Have you ever been to a store? I assume you have. And have you ever seen how many different brands and kinds of tomato sauce there are? Or even just tomatoes in general. You have diced tomatoes, stewed tomatoes, hot tomatoes. You have tomato sauce, tomato paste, tomato puree, tomato soup, ketchup. It's all tomato. Okay? It's all tomatoes in a can. So what we need then is we need some way to identify what's going to be the best result for your search. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab my can. Say, it says tomato sauce on the front. That's pretty good. It's got pictures of tomato sauce. I wonder what's inside. If we go back and look at the ingredients, and this is always really fuzzy, we could try this again. Hey, it's got tomato in it. That must be what we're looking for. Is there anything else in here that's tomato-ish? We got pictures of tomatoes. Okay, so we're pretty good. We can look at this and say, this has a lot of tomato-related stuff on it. This must be what my person's looking for. Same thing happens with a website. Google comes in, It looks at your URL. It looks at the title of the page. It looks at the page name. It'll look at your ingredients, which would be things like your tags or the keywords that you actually specify to Google as you're setting up the page. The other thing that we'll do is it'll actually track users on your website. So like I hand you this can of tomato sauce. You open the tomato sauce. You look inside. Like, that's tomato sauce. You make your spaghetti sauce with it. You're happy. And Google's sitting there watching like, they really like that tomato sauce. It must be good stuff. Whereas conversely, if I hand you a can of tomato sauce and you look at it like, this is pineapple, and you throw it out the window, Google's be like, probably not very good tomato sauce. Okay? And so the same thing will happen with a website. If somebody does a search for tomato sauce, and they go to your website, and they open it up, and inside it's all about motors or pineapples, they're going to leave because that's not what they're looking for. And Google keeps track of that. So if they can see that somebody goes into your website and they're on there for like 5 seconds and then they leave and then they go back to their search, they're going to say, that must not have been a very good can of tomato sauce. And they're going to move your website down and they can put somebody else's website in its place. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a future video when we talk about how to rank for these kind of different keywords. In fact, that's going to be the next video. But just to give you guys an idea. So how do we apply that to a website? Make sure that your page names and your titles reflect what it is that you're talking about. Make sure that your tags or your keywords are good because Google still does kind of look at those things. And of course, make sure your content is actually related to what it is that you're talking about. So if you're going to be talking about tomato sauce, make sure that you write a blog post or an article or whatever about tomato sauce. And a little trick, if you upload pictures, and everybody loves pictures, you can add, you can name the pictures. You can also add an alt text, an alternative text, and that helps too. Make sure to use your keywords there. So that's it. So yeah, that's how the keyword part works. So then the next question is, how do we pick good keywords to focus on for our websites? And there are a couple things to keep in mind. So the first thing we talked about was the search traffic. Okay, we want to make sure there are actually people looking for the keyword that we're using. The next thing we want to look at is we want to look at competition. So going back to our soup or to our sauce, 37 million results. Okay, that's a lot of competition. So probably not going to be a good keyword to go after. You can go for a longer tail keyword that's going to be a little bit easier. That's going to be a good thing. But it's another really important thing that we want to keep in mind. We can have a keyword that has 1 billion searches a month, but if it's going to be impossible for you to rank for, like if you want to try and rank for YouTube or if you want to try and rank for Google, good luck. If you want to try and rank for something that's going to be a little bit easier, even though it has fewer results, you might actually get more traffic from it. And the other thing we want to keep in mind when we're looking at these keywords is something that's called buyer intent. Okay? Buyer intent is, well, let's put it this way. When you want to buy something, then you'll usually use different kinds of keywords. Okay? So if I'm looking for tomato sauce, I'm going to say, buy tomato sauce, Utah, or buy tomato sauce online, or something like that, as compared to just tomato sauce. All right, that makes my keyword a little bit longer, and now all of a sudden I have buyer intent. I have somebody who is looking to spend money on my tomato sauce. So something else to keep in mind. Now to do this, I use a tool. It's called KW Finder, and I absolutely love it. It's about $30 a month, or you can use it for free, and I think you could do like 3 searches for free per day. But it's super helpful, and so I'm going to show you that real quick. Now, first we can see how many searches there are per month for my keyword. I can also see if there are any seasonal trends, so like for Halloween or Halloween-related keywords, we're going to see a spike in traffic in September and October, but it's going to completely disappear in December. So this will also give us an idea of how difficult it would be to rank for a keyword based on the searches that they get per month. So maybe tomato sauce gets more searches, but we can also look at something like, how to make homemade spaghetti sauce with tomato sauce. Again, it's going to have fewer searches, but it's going to be easier to rank for. Now, the ideal keyword is one that's going to have high traffic, low competition, and show buyer intent. But sometimes it's important to also keep in mind how much of a return on investment you can get. So if you have a keyword, a very specific keyword for a very specific kind of client that's going to make you $10,000 per client, that's going to be pretty good. And you only need a few of those per year, maybe, to at least pay your bills. Now say that you have another keyword that's more general and it gets more searches, but you only make $10 per sale. You're going to need a lot more customers in order to balance that out. So sometimes it's easier or better or more effective to go after a keyword that's going to bring you a higher yield as far as income or profit as compared to just more views. But that's basically how it works. And I realize that this can be a little bit intimidating for some people. I honestly love this part. Like, I will sit down and just look at keywords for hours on end. I do this for all my clients. I do this for my YouTube channel. I love it. I really do enjoy it. I realize it sounds kind of weird, but looking through the numbers, looking through the analytics and all these different kinds of reports and information, they tell stories, okay? It's a method of communication. And so it's neat for me to sit down and to look at how events in people's lives or in the world actually affect search traffic and things like that. And so really this is something that I enjoy doing. And so if you're looking at all this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be so insane. Look at all the keywords and the numbers I have to keep track of. And I have to look at like buyer intent and what about all these other keywords, and then I have to pay for this and I have to pay for that. It can be a little much. And I understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if that is your case, then please know that I actually do offer this as a service. I can go and pull these reports for these keywords. I'll pull up some related keywords, and I'll even give you some advice of what you can do and give you some steps that you can take to rank for some of these more difficult keywords. So if that is something that you're interested in, if you just want a done-for-you service, then I do have a link in the description below that you guys are more than welcome to check out. And then what I'll do, like I said, is I have different plans. So I have like for a single keyword, I have for 5 keywords, and I have for 10 keywords. So whatever it is that you need, you can pick one of the different packages. And then what I'll do is I will pull up the report for that particular keyword. I'll also give you 5 related keywords, and then like I said, the advice and everything else. And then I usually can get that back to you in about 24 hours. Now, in our next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how we're going to actually rank for these keywords, which is a very important part as well, because otherwise all this work that we've done so far is useless. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, so you can see when that new video comes out. Unless you're watching this video after I've already released it, in that case you should go to my channel and find it because it should already be there. Subscribe anyways. Yeah, but my name is Tristan. I'm from UntiledSEO.ninja. Have yourselves an excellent day, and I will see you all promptly.